When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Did you know that 1 in 4 people in America lives with a mental illness? Do you have the communication skills to help out if one is in a crisis? What if it's your best friend? Maybe your son or daughter? While crisis intervention isn't new, the book Crisis Intervention 101 is. It's easy to read, include links to 2 videos, and it's under $10. Get your copy of Crisis Intervention 101 today on Amazon.com, because we all need help in a crisis.
Start training for a new career in as little as 18 days. National EMS Institute's innovative boot camp program will train you for a new career. Learn to respond to emergency situations and become a certified EMT in just 18 days. National EMS Institute guarantees 100% job placement. Visit www.nationaleMSinstitute.com today to learn more about our 18-day boot camp. Or call us at 1-800-497-6732. NationalEMSInstitute.com.
Stuck in a boring, low-paid job? By 2017, there will be a shortage of 2 million cybersecurity jobs worldwide. If you have a technical background but don't have a computer certification, you're being drastically underpaid. In months, you could be qualified for a new job in information technology, making real money with real job security. A new career is just a few clicks away at thecodeoflearning.com.
You're listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
Something else besides guns are being banned across the fruited plain from our public institutions that we call public schools, but really are public indoctrination centers. A Connecticut school here in New England, just south of me, bans Halloween to avoid offending people. Now, let me get this straight. We have now we have public schools that are in order to not offend people, they're going to offend the majority of people. It's no longer Christmas; it's holiday. So no Halloween because, it could offend minority of people, but the majority of people are the ones who are going to be offended. I don't, if they don't want to offend anybody, then I would assume that you just don't do anything about it. That would seem to be the thing. But the public school system in Milford, Connecticut has banned Halloween-related events to avoid offending children who decline to celebrate Halloween. So they decline to celebrate Halloween. How is that offensive? Are we going to start trying to design our society so nobody gets offended? Well, that's one way to ensure that everybody's going to be offended. Because everybody's offended by something. I mean, let's face it. I mean, look, I know some people might think it's a minority, but just let me give you an example. For the so-called gay community, there are gay people, mostly gay men, maybe not so much gay women, but gay men, who are offended by the fact that now they have gay marriage. So are we now going to get rid of gay marriage because some gay men are offended by it? Why not? By this logic. Now, according to the Connecticut Post, this is on thelibertarianrepublic.com, a letter was sent home to parents last week letting them know that the school district's annual Halloween parades are being called off due to numerous incidents of children being excluded from activities due to religion, culture, beliefs, etc. So what? Are you going to... I was going to say, are you going to stop having sex education because some people might be offended that you're teaching that in school, but I think it's probably pretty mandatory now, isn't it? So whether you're offended or not, it is probably going to have to go through, semester or whatever, or class of sex education where they're going to be taught all kinds of grotesque, ridiculous things. Look, you have to understand, I'm not even a Halloween fanatic or fan. I'm not. But it does not, being a Christian, I do have a problem with Halloween, celebrating evil and death and destruction and stuff like that. I do have a problem with it. But if somebody wants to, I even go to Halloween parties. Yeah, and I dress up in costumes, but I don't dress. When I was a kid, and a teenager, I dressed up in probably some scary stuff. But now, if I dress up, it's benign stuff. I think one year I went as beatnik. That's scary too, being a beatnik. I don't go as these evil characters because I don't celebrate evil. But I'm not offended if somebody else decided to wear, the costume of the Candyman or something. If people are just too easily offended look, if somebody gets offended by something I say or do, that's not my problem. Just as if I'm offended by something that somebody says or does, it's not their problem. I'm the one that's offended, so I'm the one that has to deal with it. So if these people do not want their kids to participate in a Halloween parade or festival or what have you, they have the right to opt out. What's so offensive about that? Look, we've had school districts across this country that have tried to teach Sharia law in Islam and the Quran and stuff like that, but that was okay. That if you offend, Christian and Jewish parents and Hindu parents and other religious parents and atheists, hey, you're not supposed to at all, offend atheists at all with religion. But hey, we can do that. That offends people. Oh, but I forgot that offends the majority of people, so that's okay. But when you have this minority of people that get offended, well, everybody's got to kowtow and bow down, and it's Halloween, for crying out loud. What's next? We're already at this point where where communities are scheduling Halloween, the trick-or-treating. I mean, it's even so bad that sometimes they don't even schedule the trick-or-treating on Halloween Day. And some communities say, well, you know, you just can't go door to door, but you can go to the mall or downtown and go to all the different businesses. What is this? Are we trying to be so inclusive that we're going to start excluding the vast majority of people? Well, how does that make anything inclusive? It doesn't. I mean, this is just insanity. This has gotten to the point of it has gotten to the point where every single day it's some liberal attack on the entire country, on the vast majority of people in the country, because they think that they're so more in touch with their feelings and that they're so more inclusive when they're not. They're the most exclusive people I have ever met. Liberals are. Because if you don't for some reason think exactly the way they think, then they're going to blast you, lambaste you, decry you, try to cut you out of everything, probably try to sue you. They're the most uninclusive bunch of people I have ever met in my entire life. They're the most bigoted, racist, homophobic people I have ever met. And hands down, I have never met a conservative person, somebody who says that they are conservative, who are as bad as a liberal. Which is why I could never, ever, ever be a liberal. Because y'all on the left, you're just shy of being evil. Really, you really are. I'm calling you out. This is just, I mean, you want to attack every type of tradition because you want to say, well, this tradition is excluding certain people. Well, all right. So we're going to try to include everybody by excluding everybody. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. And then you're going to say stupid stuff like this jackass in the White House. Yeah, have you noticed I'm really teed off at Obama now? Obama says, and this is in redstate.com, Obama says it's easier to buy a gun than a book. Now, folks, really? Are we really supposed to believe that's a fact? I don't know. Do you have to go through a 3-day waiting period and a federal background check before you can buy a book? I mean, even the smuttiest book available. You can walk into a bookstore if they carry it. You can walk into an adult bookstore and buy the sluttiest, smuttiest, hardcoreiest book you could find in there. And as long as you're over 18 years of age and you have the cash for it and you pay for it, you can walk out that instant with that book. But be an 18 or 21-year-old and walk into a gun store and say, I want to buy this gun and take it with me now. No can do, son. You got to fill out this paperwork in triplicate, and then we got to call it in, and you got to have a background check. Going to be 3 days before you can get this gun. But I guess that's easier to buy a gun than to buy a book. Hey, I can go on Amazon and buy a book. I can go to barnesandnoble.com, buy a book. Don't even have to say who I am. Don't have to give them anything except, my credit card information. Hell, half the time I could probably get, what people do online is they give them somebody else's credit card information. And I get the book in a few days. In the mail. Try ordering a gun online. And yet we're supposed to believe this jackass is running around saying, well, hey, you know what? There are so many guns. It's easier to go buy a gun than it is to buy a book. We got to change that. We got to make sure that it's hard.